The former comedian and the Labour Party's Eddie Izzard is back to run another election campaign. This time he wants to be a member of parliament, but his campaign has not had the best of starts. This is going to be fun, ladies and gentlemen. The kiss of death is here. Eddie Izzard. Every single time he runs a campaign or supports or endorses a campaign, the whole thing collapses badly. Yes, the former comedian, I'm not really sure what his pronouns are these days, keeps changing, I guess, but I'm just going to say Eddie Izzard, he's running the campaign. If I'm going to get into trouble, I'm going to get into trouble. I don't care. But we don't know. It's hard to keep up. The reality is that this guy has been in politics in and around it for some time now. And actually, a long time. His first campaign that he joined and endorsed was the Euro. He wanted the UK to join the Eurozone. And guess what happened? He lost that campaign. So, good start, Eddie. And then, following that, he continued. We had the 2011 referendum, the AV referendum. If you guys remember, we were trying to change the voting system. And Izzard was in favor of the AV referendum. And guess what happened? Yes, that campaign was also unsuccessful. He also backed Ken Livingstone in London. Ken didn't do too well against Boris Johnson, but that's a whole different election, I guess. He continued to be a member of the Labour Party and support the Labour Party. He backed Ed Miliband in 2015, and that campaign went down faster than the Titanic. This is getting worse now. The whole point of this, I'm going to show you the series of failures, then I'm going to tell you how this campaign has also already had a terrible, terrible start. The European Union. Of course, he was involved with the Brexit campaign, or the anti-Brexit campaign in the 2016 EU referendum. As a Remainer, he didn't campaign too well, and his side again lost because of his kiss of death. But again, he continued. He was still supporting Labour in 2017 under Jeremy Corbyn's leadership. Yeah, he didn't really mind. He criticised, every now and then, but again, he was still around. Continued to happen. Now, his own party are against him. A number of people who would normally vote for the Labour Party or campaign for the Labour Party are not really happy about Eddie Izzard running in Sheffield. This is the actual campaign video.
I'm standing to be the next Labour MP for Sheffield Central, to support the city that supported me, to take the fight to the Tories and get Keir Starmer into number 10.
Yes, he said it. He said Keir Starmer. If the kiss of death continues, that means Keir Starmer will be losing the next election, despite the fact that the Conservatives are doing so poorly in the opinion polls. Hopefully, the kiss of death will continue and will prevent Prime Minister Keir Starmer. But now we've had the Labour women, who some of them will come out, the feminists, the left-wing feminists, come out against him because they believe that his cause and people around him and the lobby are undermining women in the Labour Party. Not only that, there was another person on Twitter who told us a story about the time Rachel met Eddie Izzard. She said, I served Eddie Izzard once, went over with some free wine, bought by myself with my money as I was a fan. I wouldn't vote for them, by the way, because of the way they treated me. Look at me, the way they looked at me like I was an ant. How you treat servers is a great indication of who you are. I wouldn't vote for them. I'm guessing we have to say them. Again, it's hard to keep up. I don't know what's going on. So yes, Eddie Izzard is going to be running, and Eddie Izzard is going to be, I don't know, maybe he could win. It is Sheffield Central, so we'll see how that actually turns out to be with this all this boundary changes and the upcoming general election. We can't really predict certain seats and areas anymore, but the Tories are not doing too well, so maybe the Liberal Democrats could come back and do something in Sheffield. Remember Nick Clegg? The good days. Ooh. All right, so we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to tell you about the Tories that are clashing with each other as usual. This one is actually about a number of Conservative backbench MPs who are now in talks with the Labour Party to bring down Liz Truss's government and oppose some key essential policies, including lifting the ban on fracking. Subscribe to the channel. I'm Tousi and we are the media.